how does this work? How do you learn an accent? And to kind of simplify it for people, I just needed some kind of framework.
Mm-hmm.
And so five eyes also, so linguistics pronunciation is the name of my brand and coaching business.
Mm-hmm.
And so I also realized soon into it that linguistics has three eyes and pronunciation has two eyes. And so there are five eyes in linguistics pronunciation. And so I don't know. I started to kind of put the dots, connect the dots here. So um, the first I is identify, and it's like how the whole process works for me. You have to basically figure out what stands out. Like if you can't identify the differences, if you're just kind of flowing through your language learning journey and like kind of osmosising it into your world, like immersion, you got to live somewhere, and that's how you learn. If you're not basically hunting for doubts, and
Mm-hmm.
I say doubts like dúvidas and dudas, but like hunting for questions and things that you're not 100% sure about. What's the difference between regresar y volver? Really? What's the difference between, olvidé y me olvidé? These types of things that you could, just about whether it's a grammar thing or it's a regional thing or a register thing or a prescriptive descriptive thing. All of these are just part of identification. And that next one is indulge, the other I, which is like it requires you to be a different, like to give in to the accent. So, okay, Brazil. Every time I hear just the name of Brazil in Portuguese, I'm like, oh, I'm in character. I just can just Brazil, Brazil. So indulging and like trying to do something different. Pão, saying bread in Portuguese versus stick is a very important nuance, and you kind of have to not think about the letters and maybe just listen to the sounds, and indulging is part of that process. By the way, none of these are like in any chronological order. They're kind of just things you should be doing, indulging, identifying. Um, the next one is invite. Oh, imitate. They don't again. They're not any order, but imitation is kind of key here. Imitating people around you, really imitating the salient things that stand out. Brazil, opa, okay. If filler words and those types of things that you can't really get from a book. You could, but you just don't see them as often, or it's not as a part of the written language, and so you wouldn't see it written anywhere. Um, Imitate, invite people, invite friends, invite like yeah, go to the country, but you don't necessarily have to live there or the region. Um, Invite feedback, invite coaching, invite support, invite like a community of people who just know you're learning and just want you to succeed. That is what is we could talk more about, but what I'm building in my life are these communities and habits. And implement is the last one. Implement the things. Try to go to the gym, so to speak, and work with the coach and figure things out on your own and travel and ask and doubt and mess up. But try that new sound. Obrigado, obrigado. Try to put it into practice when it's time. It might not be perfect, but considering all of those pieces, you start to feel a lot more confident, a lot more connected, a lot more clear. All the C words.